Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hot Book Alert Live, where we bring you the latest and the greatest in comic book sales, the hottest and the thottest in comic book activity. What's up, everybody? It's your main man, Mercenot, coming to you live. We're coming to you live for the 67th time. And joining me once again is Mr. Longshort. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy to be here. Sorry I missed last week. Life got in the way, but happy to be back here tonight talking about some hot books.
Nothing but hot books, honestly. So, how was your week?
Week wasn't bad, man. Week wasn't bad. I mean, in terms of comic books, I picked up a Golden Age banger that hopefully comes in. I shared it with you. Book I've long wanted. So I got that this week, which I was excited about. But went out to a couple of stores. There was a sports card show in my town. I took my kids to it. They like that. There was a couple of comic book guys selling comic books there. So I picked up one thing, but nothing crazy. But beyond that, it's been pretty quiet. The convention scene has been quiet this summer, really, really quiet. There's a couple of things popping up in June, Terrificon in August, but not a ton, which is a little disappointing. But other than that, man, just grinding away like everybody else.
Yeah, I was saying before the show started to Mr. Longshort that in May, like in my area, like literally the entire month of May, there's no shows. There's or hardly anything that I know of. You know what I mean? There's like nothing going on besides Free Comic Book Day. There's really nothing going on, so it's just kind of like resting and waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm getting pumped up for Terrificon. Looking forward to that. But there's a new show this guy's been building. I missed the first one. I guess it was decent. He's double the size of it. It's probably a half hour away from me in late June, so I'll probably go to that. But I've got some travel between here and there. My kids' soccer team, they made the national tournament, so I got to go down to New Jersey for that. A little travel between now and then. So maybe I'll hit some shops outside of my normal target zone.
National tournament, is it airing anywhere?
They stream it, I think, on I think they stream it on different things, but it's not televised. It's not that big of a deal.
Terrificon. So, when is Terrificon?
August 8, 9, and 10, I want to say. So I'm probably going to go that first day. Get there with more than an hour to spare this time, ideally. So
I know, right? So, okay, so do you have it? Is it planned out this time?
Yeah, last year, the whole debacle last year was drop my middle kid off for his freshman year in college. And when we got back, I'm like, damn, if I leave now, I can get there with an hour to spare. I was like, screw it, I'm going to go. And then I got there and they're like, oh, we're not selling tickets anymore. And that whole ordeal. So,
and then, but you wound up sneaking in anyway.
I ended up sneaking in and I even got a couple of cool books. This year I'm going to go after work because that Friday night, I think it goes to 8 or 9. And I'll leave a little bit early and try to get out there for 3 or 4 hours. Of digging, so that's a great show. If anybody's if you've never been and it's accessible, it's a legit comic book like MegaCon, but it's comic centric. It's got other stuff too, but there's a lot of great dealers there.
I know in 2025, me doing going traveling for conventions probably isn't possible, but at least for next year, I'd like to drive, and go somewhere.
Yeah, no, I'd like to go to New York. Although the problem with me is I'm a little bit different. These cons, everybody says these big cons aren't good for digging. I'm going there looking to dig for books. That's the reason I'm going. All the other stuff, is great. But you know, if I'm making the effort, like I want to go find some books. Like that's why I'm doing it. So New York, I've heard it can be hard, which is crazy to find books. Everybody's there chasing down the exclusives and all that stuff, which is less interesting to me. Like I'd like to go out there and just dig, find shit I can't usually find.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not really that into exclusives, all like that. So, and I know what you mean. Like like today. Okay, so it's June 1st now. So, like right first day of June, there was a convention, small convention, and yeah, I was there digging. I was eager to get out there finally and just hunt. So yeah, we found some things, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. So anyways, we'll see. We'll see what June, July, August brings. Year's going by too damn fast, man. It's already June though. It feels like we just kicked this year off.
Yeah, man. I swear it still feels. Yeah, honestly, it feels like January still for me because it just like it's like okay, January, February, March, April, May. So where did these last 4 months go?
I know exactly what you're saying, man. Like it's just a blur.
It's getting older. It's all downhill. Damn it. Okay, so I will not be doing anything special for the 69th episode.
You might not be, but the market may be. The market may sense it and just start people dropping big bucks on
a lot of TNA books.
Yeah.
Okay, so hit up your local comic shop for buys. If you know they're going to a local con, many owners are looking for cash. So, damn, that's not a bad idea.
Well, my local shop is going to have a sidewalk sale this weekend. So a bunch of inventory that they've never put out. And so I may go dig around that for a little bit.
But you never know. You never know. So disappointing about no special, no TNA for the 69th episode of Hot Book Alert Live, but you never know. You never know.
Unless the market wills it.
Mm-hmm. It's all about the market. They dictate. All right. Want to get into some sales? All right. Okay, so let's start with Gangsters Can't Win #2. So this is a CGC 2.0 classic skull cover. This 2.0 sold for $1,125. We talked about this book however many episodes back. And yes, still strong.
Hey, dude, can you hear me still?
I can hear you.
My screen just completely I can hear you. I can't see anything. Like I've got no windows open, so I'm gonna try to hop back into StreamYard.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna pull up another instance. I just can't. I can hear you, but there's nothing for me to close. I don't know if I'm gonna have 2 instances going or what. But bear with me for 1 second.
No problem.
What the hell just happened?
This is live programming, everybody.
All right, I'm gonna hop back. I'm entering again. All right.
Can you see now?
Yeah, I was okay twice for a second. Okay, sorry about that.
All right, cool. All right. So so we have this Gangsters Can't Win #2. I don't know if you did okay, so I know I talked about it. Were you around when we talked about this book? This is a long time ago, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about this book before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a weird echo, man. Are you hearing that?
So when I'm talking, you get an echo?
It's like a little feedback, but I can hear myself. I'm gonna just close this out and come back in.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll be right back. You keep.
Okay. All right. So this is a cover. Like the price on this Gangsters Can't Win was strong enough to where it made it to Hot Book Alert Live at the very beginning. And so it made its way back around. Let's see if this is. Let's see. Do I need to remove? Okay, so we got a black screen here. Very classic cover. Easily, like, okay, so this is a buy it now. So I'm wondering if this went to auction, what this would do. So Gangsters Can't Win #2. You know what? I do have the listing. Hold on. Do I have it? Shoot. I don't think I have the listing. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. GANGSTERSCANTWIN 2. Sold. Here we go. Oh shoot. Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's take a look. So we have actually two 2.0s. So one sold May 30th, and then you have this other one that sold on the back in April. Very strong prices for this. Let's take a look at this while Ben is getting it together. Oh wow, look at that. This thing still sold for how much? Okay, so this thing sold for $11.25. And there is a freaking, look at that. We have a punch hole through the entire book, and it's still sold for $11.25. Wow. Wow. I don't know. Man. Oh God. Okay, so there's at least 2 punch holes here. Look at that. There's 2. Holy cow. Man, that's a turn off for me. What's up, Heroes Reborn? Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I had my boy with me, and I think he had technical difficulties. He's probably restarting his computer. Yeah, man, these freaking punch holes are. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. If I saw this, there's no way I'd be paying $11.25. There is no way. And then you got this one. Let's just assume this sold for $900. I mean, it. Oh God, this is in worse condition. Okay, so if you had to get both, I mean, if you had to get one or the other, which one you doing? The one. This is horrible. This is in horrible condition. So you have this 2.0 without the punch holes, but the condition is awful. Look at that. So which one you taking? The one in the awful condition without the punch holes, or the one in much better condition, but it does have the punch holes? Which one you taking? Which one? Which one? Talk to me. Let's see. Punch hole is a no-go. You take the awful condition? Okay. I totally understand that. I take the punch hole due to it presenting better. Okay. All right. Honestly, I couldn't even decide. It would be tough. Like, I would have to be, I swear, I can't even. Hey, Stuntmaster, what's happening? I take yeah. I would. Okay, so if I had to buy it, if I had to buy this book, everybody jumps in all at once.
Sorry about that, man. Dude, I shut everything down.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't see anything. I could still hear you talking. And then when I went to go restart, it forced a reboot. So that was
okay.
That was fucked up. So
it's all good.
How much does this sell for, man?
Okay, so this Gangsters Can't Win. sold for so this one,
Yeah,
with the punch holes,
mm-hmm.
sold for $11.25.
I love that cover, dude.
Okay, so which one would you rather have? This 2.0 that looks like this, but it's got punch holes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, or this 2.0. Let's see. That looks awful, but it doesn't have punch holes. Which one?
Honestly, if you're just gonna slab it, honestly, I know it's gonna be a wild take. I'll take the punch holes.
Yeah, no, I think at a 2.0 level, you want the one that presents the best. That just looks right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna get anything from that. You know, it's not like you're gonna bump that. I'll take the punch holes.
When the people are buying books down there, they just want something that presents well, looks good. So I don't have an issue with the punch holes. I don't think.
I remember when John Z had this book. I think he had like a pretty, I wouldn't say a high grade, but he had a pretty good grade on it.
Presents well overall. Okay.
This book always felt like the cousin to Punch 12.
Oh, for sure.
Marvel Man Comics. I saw him today and his son.
Yeah.
At the convention. So what's
Nice.
up? But I don't know what he got though. I didn't know what he picked up. He didn't show me.
Why people are trying to be slanderous out here, not show people their pickups, man?
All right. What's next? Okay. We've got 2 sales for Sally Forth number 8. Look at that. So we got a 9.0 and a raw copy. Both of them sold for $400.
How's that raw look, man? Was that a steal by comparison?
Shoot. You know what? Let's see. Let's take a look really quick. Expeditiously.
I know this is. I don't really care about this book, I guess.
I tell you what. I care if I can find it at a really cheap price. If not, then I don't care either.
I'm not buying this book at these prices, but man, this is not one to overlook. The Hughes collectors, you know,
what is it about this book though?
It's just hard to find, man. This has never been an easy book to find. I mean, that looks decently sharp, man.
I want to see if the staples are rusted on this.
It's always hard to tell in these pictures unless they're really making an effort to show it.
It looks like, I mean, it looks like I'm seeing mostly. It doesn't look like rust.
It looks better than a 9.0, I think, man. That's.
Yeah. Huh. And then you got this 9.0 that sold for $400. I'm like a 9.0 selling for a 9.0 modern selling for $400.
Yeah, it's just got to be a low census book, so why?
These pictures. This picture size. I mean, I got to imagine there's like staple rust on this one for it to be a 9.
Can you blow it up?
Let me see.
I can tell you. Oh, not the other one. I'm sorry. That one. Yeah.
You don't think staple rust would have knocked it down even further?
I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm thinking. Okay.
What's the number? I can just look at it. Maybe there's notes.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Staple rust centerfold. Look at you. Good job. Spine stress lines of cover. So.
That's what I figured. So, okay. If I got mine graded, it would probably come back at this grade because it's got staple rust.
All of these Eros books had shitty staples on them.
All right. What's next? Look at this. Are you spending $6,000 for a 9.9 First Jubilee?
Dude, it's gonna be $20,000 when the X-Men come out, dude. It's goodbye.
No, I would never pay a premium for a 9.9. ever because I don't believe it's a real thing. I would, if I had the money, I'd like to do an experiment where I buy 10 9.9s, crack them, and resubmit them, and see how many come back 9.9, just to prove that it's a fucking fluke.
They're gonna drop them all for you at CGC, and it'll be 6-0s.
And then you crack them open again, and then submit them, and then they'll be 9.8s.
That would be a great video, though, man. Just find 10 9, even if they're not like big books, 10 9.9s, crack them, resubmit them.
What's the cheapest 9.9s we think we can find?
$200-300 on some book nobody cares about.
Probably like those freaking Batman Damned, but you probably would want like just a regular comic.
But would you want like naughty books, I guess, like Knights of Comics books, or
I would want like normal kind of comics, not books that have like a ridiculously rigid cover or something that makes them more predisposed to 9.9s, like just normal books. I don't really care what like the content is, but there are some books that can get 9.9s because of how they're made.
So there's a 9.9 old label. Can you believe that?
Get out of here.
Modern book too.
Okay, so let's take a look at CGC 9.8 for the same book. Look at that.
Yeah, it's not even a $200 book. This is what I'm saying, man. Like the conditionally rare stuff, like I don't know. I mean, maybe that's the way everything's going, but I personally would not be willing to pay that kind of a premium for a 9.9. Because I just don't think it's a real thing.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. All right, next up, a 3.0 Star Wars #1 35-cent variant for $2,802. Have you ever if any of you guys ever come across this?
Not the 35 center. I mean, I've came across Star Wars ones, obviously, with that.
There was a shop somewhere that had one of these for sale. It had I forget what they were asking for. It was a crazy amount. It was basically like decorations, but they would sell it for you if you wanted to pay a crazy premium. But
All right, now Sensation Comics #4. Now, I typically don't talk about Sensation Comics that much, but the price on this was way too strong to pass up. So this CGC 3.0 sold for $41.80.
Wow.
Not too much to talk about, but that's a really strong price for a 3.0.
For Sensation 4. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It feels like early Wonder Woman, but
I guess.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, I know. Okay, so so these ended, I want to say on like either Thursday night or Friday night, all from Ice Collectibles, and he had a lot.
Sorry,
he had a lot more. He had a lot more like Canadian Golden Age, but these three were probably the strongest prices. So you got Dime Comics #1 Canadian edition. So this 5.0 sold for $4,700 after 29 bids, and then you have Name It Comics #1 sold for $5,000 after 42 bids, and then you have Triumph Comics #21 that sold for $1,100.
That Triumph is cool.
Yeah, to me, that's probably the best cover, and it sold the least.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, it's raw, so I mean that's probably part of it.
Well, coupon cut, right?
Oh yeah. You know what? I didn't even notice that. Never mind. Forget my point right there.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's still a good cover though. I mean,
still sold for that, even with the coupon cut. So, all right. Very strong prices. Not too much to say about them, but it's interesting seeing Golden Age Canadian editions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
I like it. But this seller did. He had a lot more like Golden Age Canadians, but I think these were probably the three standouts. All right.
It's funny on my comic shop, they don't even have. They only have issue 15 and 32 in the system. They don't even have the rest of them.
Oh, it's not in the database?
No, it's 15. Yeah, 15 to 32, man, and they have only 2 of them.
So those are that. Okay, so these are that rare. They're not even in my comic shop's database.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if somebody's laying out a bunch of Jiraiya comics and you see him in the, try and get them.
I tell you what. Let me take a look at Dime Comics.
There's only there's number 9 right now on eBay for like 10 grand.
Jeez.
There's a couple more 5s. Yeah. There's a lot out. I mean, not a lot out there, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, yeah, it's rare. I guess it's rare, but
I like that one too.
Don't underestimate the Rex Baxter fan base.
Hey,
I know, right? Johnny Canuck, Scotty McDonald.
Johnny Canuck, is that what it is?
Yeah. This is definitely Canadian. All right.
I mean, I like the vibe of it. It's very much of the time.
Mm-hmm. We haven't had a prominent Canadian hero. So we have Johnny Canuck, and then we had to wait all the way. We had to wait till Wolverine.
are you gonna soil Captain Canuck's name?
Yes. He said, "Oh, yo. I saw a Captain Canuck for like number 1 for a like. I probably could have got it for $1, and I'm just like, no, thank you."
What about Northgard and Deadpool and Alpha Flight?
Canadian superheroes. That sounds like an oxymoron.
Yeah.
He is Spawn 222. Okay. Okay, so this is a Sisman Kadrowski. Sorry. Okay, so this variant sold for $17.50 and a 9.8. Damn.
Yeah, this is a tough book, although it feels like it sells more frequently than it should, given how rare it's supposed to be.
It feels like I see this book often on eBay. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
No, it sells on eBay a lot.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't seeing things.
Like back in I guess when we were collecting back in like 2011, 2012, they were like ghosts. Like 2013, 2014, and then all of a sudden eBay. Yeah, in the later years, like 20s, and it's just been around lately more and more.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got 2 Spawn 226s, 2 Spawn 226 sketch covers. So we've got a 9.8 and a 9.6. 9.8 sold for $17.50, and the 9.6 sold for $800. So we've got $1,000 chasm between the 9.6 and the 9.8.
That's crazy.
I mean, they are so rare. I mean, I get it. I guess they're looking to try to get rid of it. I mean,
if you're talking about $1,000, you might as well try to CPR that 9.6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I bet you that's why the person bought it. But but it's interesting because you got this. Okay, so the 9.6 sold for $800 on the 27th, and then on the 28th, somebody bought this 9.8.
I wonder if that car hand dude bought the 9.8. He upgraded. I wonder. Because he only spent $900 on it if he did upgrade. I mean, roughly. I'm not counting eBay fees and stuff.
The fact that we don't have any Spawn IP like animated or movie stuff is kind of crazy.
Well, they've been working on the movie, dude. It's been a while.
But I mean, that's been a joke for fucking 10 years now. Like, I mean, it could really hit well if it was executed the right way.
I've been hearing Todd McFarlane directed Spawn movie for it seems like about 10 years now. It feels like this should be that type of property you should be seeing. There should have some screen representation.
Yeah, man. Maybe just animated would be enough. I mean, if you see how well Invincible's done, I mean, Spawn is a big enough universe to do that and then some.
I remember that you remember the Spawn TV show on HBO.
Yeah.
And that was I thought it was great.
What was that, 20 years ago now though?
Yeah. well over 20 years ago. Yeah.
Well, for me too, it's like Batman, right? They don't want to do a movie every year. They just replace some animated movies or series or whatever in between. I mean, Spawn could do the same thing theoretically.
Spawn and Vampirella should have shows or movies out now.
I mean, Spawn, they could do like Batman Adventures, like Spawn Adventures, you know what I'm saying? Like him, you know, how many multiverses has Spawn really, you know, just in the, not DC and Marvel, but, you know, just in the.
I mean, yeah, an adult oriented like Spawn takes its, serious take on the character, I think could do really well. The universe, like I said, is big enough where you could go forever with that thing.
Spawn on Adult Swim. All right. Next up, Thunderbolts number 22, 1 in 50 variant, sold for $80. I don't know. I'm not mad at this price. I would try to get it a hell of a whole lot cheaper, but I like this cover. This has been on Hot Book Alert Live before. And I don't know. I just like this for 1 in 50 variant.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever come across this one. I've got a few of the Thunderbolts ratios, but not this one.
There's something about like this team here and their variants that, like, to me, they hit really well.
There's some big ones.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next up, Spawn, Amazing Spider-Man 678, 1 in 50, one of the most famous of the Venom variants. So this 9.4 sold for $1,600.
It's back because Mary Jane's officially Venom now, so everybody wants this thing.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, you didn't read that?
I mean, I saw the cover. I just thought it was a gag.
Dude, it's fucking weird.
Why? How is she Venom now?
Oh, it's a whole convoluted story. But she is Venom.
It's because they got to move books, man.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? Why am I asking why? They got to sell books. Damn it.
I mean, Al Ewing is writing it, and so we're sticking with it for a while. It's not like a gimmick. Like, he's got a whole story to tell with her as Venom. But the thing is like, Venom looks like a dude. Like when it gets on Mary Jane, it's not like she looks like a woman. It looks like anybody jacked in the Venom costume.
Oh, okay. So it just looks like
like Eddie Brock or anybody else's Venom.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not like sleek, sexy.
No.
Lady Venom. Oh, fuck that. Okay. The idea of, so it basically looks like the Taskmaster from the Black Widow movie.
Yeah, basically.
The
first one. Yeah. She didn't stick around very long in the Thunderbolts movie, but she did look like a woman on that one at least.
There you go. I sent you a link.
Damn.
I sent you the link. You can see it, cover 5 if you want to.
Okay.
It's gonna make sure you're prepared for it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let's see.
Don't shoot the messenger. Scroll down. There you go.
That looks because so I saw this and I'm just, why?
I don't know, man. Because they were trying to make it a big twist. Like, this whole new Venom series was, okay, who's in this? Who's the new Venom? And they had like 4 people. Mary Jane wasn't one of them. So they're trying to throw people off the scent. And now, she's Venom. And I mean, she was jackpot, and that was so fucking stupid. And now they've
Yeah.
made her. I mean, I don't. Marvel editorial, they need to gut the whole thing. But there was an you know what? Actually, I was watching this interview. It came out on Friday, I think.
Uh-huh.
It was Mark Miller and Rob Liefeld, and they were talking about the industry and the movies and that how fucked up Marvel is basically right now. And they open up like all sorts of history. Like it's really, really interesting. They talk about the movies, the comic industry, and just some really interesting anecdotes. But it's on Millar's YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
If you get like an hour and a half to burn, it's a good listen.
Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely watch that. All right. And one of Ben's favorite covers, Bay City Jive, #1, J. Scott Campbell variant, a CGC 9.8, sold for $240.
I love this. My favorite part of this cover, if you zoom in, is it's the girl sitting on the barcode blowing a bubble. Like that is brilliant how he incorporated that on this book. Because he had to be thinking ahead, right? Because they don't give him the barcode. Like he just had to assume that that's where it was going to be. But yeah, that was really brilliantly done.
Great use of space. And okay, so I remember, I don't want to say this book got hot. This is like years ago. I would say like maybe around 2020 or 2021 when one finally shook loose and it sold for about $200. And then after that, it kind of trailed off. And now you have
shook this book loose. Was it on Long Story Short? It was on one of our shows, or was it on Back on Flip Side? It might have been Back on Flip Side, but you put this book on the list to talk about, and then it went nuts after that.
Yeah, because for that time, it was like a $20 book, and I just noticed nobody was talking about it, and I tried to make an effort to find it. I did, and then I put it on that list, and then another one sold for like $200 right after that. So
I've never seen that cover actually.
It's hard to find. I look for it all the time.
There was
today. This is the first time I've ever seen this cover. I meant
seriously.
Like I didn't even know this existed.
Oh wow. Well, I'll tell you what. There were multiples of this book at our blowout sale.
God damn it! Why did you tell me this?
But this was before. I think this might have been before you went to it though.
Okay. So you snagged them all? Is that what you're trying to tell me again? You screwed me again? Okay, perfect. Thanks, dude. Thanks. Can't wait for August.
All right. Okay. Has anybody noticed like a bunch of East of West selling?
No.
Are they doing something with it?
I suppose so. You know what? I just noticed the sales, but of WEST TV show. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. East of West. Amazing. Oh, Amazon developing. Oh, this is from 2018.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I just noticed like a lot of East of West #1 selling. Now it's not selling at a premium. It's just kind of selling for a cover price.
Maybe somebody's working on it and knows something,
Yeah, I'm sure something slipped, something leaked somewhere.
And you guys remember when this book was hot?
Oh yeah.
Around what, 20 whatever.
And it's the RRP that's really hot. You're trying to. There's an East of West RRP, right?
Yeah. So this is the Diamond Retailer variant on the right, and this 9.8 sold the other day for $250. So, yeah. But I thought it was interesting. All right. Okay. Let's take a look at these like filler books in the 9.8. Okay, so I was at a convention today, and there was a guy there. He was solely looking for high grade. So much so that he had pulled out that he he had pulled out what he had just bought from the dealer next to us. It was a 9.6 Amazing Spider-Man 100 for $2,000. $2,000 was the price on it. So is anybody into just high grade for the sake of high grade?
I knew somebody who was. He was a I met him in me and Sean and the boys met him in North Carolina. He had like every 9/8 X-Men book known to man. It was like even like early shit.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, he was like 9/8 or broke, dude.
Yeah, I think this is becoming a thing. People just looking for high grade in books that don't have anything else going for them. But 9/8 silvers. I mean, these are respectable prices for sure, man.
I mean, I sent you the book, that 9/8 Golden Age book today.
Yeah. What they asking for that? Like $15,000, $16,000?
Yeah. I mean, is that a good price? I don't know. I mean,
what's interesting now, these two X-Men books, these are the reprints.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, so I know like all three of us can definitely think of better ways to spend this kind of money.
Oh yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I?
All right. Okay, so we've got this was a book that I was after back in the early 2020s. Star Wars Kanan the Last Padawan. This is the 1 in 25 variant. So this 9.8 sold for $240. God, I could have swore a 9.8 of this was selling for like easy like 50. I mean, rather 500.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, man. The bloom has come off the rose with the Star Wars spec. It was everything for a while.
Man, they had us in the grip, but and then they blew it. Now this is one of my favorite books. Beautiful Brian Bolland cover. Wonder Woman number 97, the DC Universe variant. Sold for $50 after 17 bids.
So it's not rare. How about that?
What? The Wonder Woman?
Yeah. I mean, in the pantheon of DCU books.
No, it's not rare. To me, it's just a great cover.
Okay. I just want to make sure people
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's got. I mean, this is. I'm not the biggest expert on the DCU stuff, but given the ball and cover here, the DCU makes it really desirable because it's such a good cover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Didn't we talk about this on Long Story Short?
Not the DCU, but yes, this book we did.
Yeah, this book. Yeah, okay. And for $9,784, we have a 9.6 CGC 9.6 giant size X-Men number 1. Looks like off-white pages.
So I'm going to be, that's not a bad price. I think this person's going to make money, but not today, not tomorrow, probably in 10 or 15 years.
Okay.
We're going to look back and be like, man, it's going to be, I can see him making $18,000 on this probably.
Doubling their money.
Oh, for
really
sure.
On that, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
If they don't mess it all up. Right.
All right. Next. Now, this is all the exact same listing. So there was a lot of Venom variants here. So Uncanny X-Men. Yeah. Uncanny X-Men number 5. Avengers number 21 and New Avengers number 20. So this lot of 3 sold for $275. Best offer from $400. Impressive for the seller or for the buyer?
I mean, some of these used to go for crazy. I felt this doesn't feel like a bad buy.
It's not a bad buy. They're rare, man.
Okay. So would you have just gone and paid the $400 and not tried to haggle?
No, I never do that.
Anytime someone is willing to take a best offer, you gotta, unless it's a book like you never seen, you've wanted, and it's like well within the price range you want to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're just shopping around for stuff, you always throw in an offer.
I mean, that new Avengers 20 alone is ridiculously, I think, rare. I thought.
Okay, so I've had both of those Avengers books, the new Avengers and regular Avengers, but I've never had the Uncanny X-Men ever. So, but I didn't realize that this was a 3-book lot. So, man,
you thought it was individually $400 a piece?
No, I thought it was just that one. Okay, so I think it was the Uncanny X-Men that was, because they don't show all 3 books together in one picture. You know what I mean? Which is the flaw.
Yeah, that's not a good listing.
Yeah.
Here, let me help you out a little bit, brother. You can open that one up later, like after the show later.
Okay.
It's not a bad price theoretically.
All right. Next up. Now this is interesting. So this is from actually the Cleveland Plain Dealer from 1940. So this is the birthplace of Superman. The original page from the Superman newspaper comic. And it's basically the reprint of Superman #1. And that's sold for $750.
I'm gonna say that's decent. So I got the Detective Dan thing. That's like a origin thing of that, but I think this is cool. I mean, I don't know where the hell you can't slab them because they're probably so big, but it's cool.
Yeah, I like this one.
Tilly the Toiler.
Now, I will say my egregious hate for Superman in general on his channel has been well defined. But still, I mean, I'd probably look at this and take a like how many of these actually show up in the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It'd be nice if it was like the whole page instead of just like it being.
It's got that cool car scene though in the train. I mean, it's got good panels on it.
Absolutely.
I mean, the fastener speeding train, all that stuff.
Yep. Look at that.
Yeah. I mean, he's saving a baby.
A strong baby at that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I dug that. I thought that was an interesting little piece there. And we're in the pulp hour right now. Weird Tales, June 1933. We have a naked woman. So this sold for, how much does this sell for? $715. Not too much to say about it, but it's in really nice condition.
Though. Yeah. Those Weird Tales, they sell well.
Especially when they're naked like that.
Yeah, whoever thought putting a naked woman on a comic book would help it sell.
Next up is Astonishing number 30. So this, I'm gonna say, looks like a VG minus to good copy that sold for $11.95. This is a book I never see though. You know what I mean?
I see this book.
Really? Like, and even in person?
No, not in person, but I mean, I'm on the interwebs. I see it. I see it on. I thought I saw it on my comic shop a lot. I mean, it sells me immediately. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a classic, obviously.
Just the gruesomeness.
Oh yeah.
Gotta appreciate that. All right. Okay, so which would you rather have? A Sally Forth or a Teen Titans 75?
The Teen Titans.
Yeah, Teen Titans 75 for me too.
All right. So we've got 2 sales for this. They both sold about the same. So one sold for $731 after 22 bids, and then the other one was a buy it now for $750.
Yeah, it's a great book. You still have two of these, or just one?
Just one, but the one is a 9.8. And this is easily one of my favorite variants. That 9.8 is going to be staying in the collection.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about like some of the big modern variants, I mean, this is on the list. You know,
I mean, they're still so hard to find. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, I guess another hard book would be that Wonder Woman fence variant back in the day, but that's easier to find in this book.
So I saw the first one of these in the wild at a show back in like March, I guess I went to. He had it for $600, and I was very tempted to pull the trigger.
Is that the first one you've ever seen before?
Just like I was just going through a box, and he had it in there. It wasn't even on the wall, and it just stopped me cold in my tracks. I'm like, "How much you want for this?" And he was like 600, or maybe he said 700 or 800, but I was able to get him down to 6.
And then you put it back in the box.
It wasn't. It had some problems. It wasn't. It was far from a 9.8.
If it were mint, you would have been on it.
If it was, if it was cleaner. If it even if it was like a 9.6, maybe a 9.4, but it wasn't. It wasn't. There was some pretty severe rub on the spine, and I just wasn't. But I wasn't in the mood to drop that much for.
I totally understand that. What did I want to say about this? Okay, for a while, a couple years ago, I remember because I've been tracking the price of this. Like a raw copy sold on one of the auction sites. No, I think it sold on eBay for like around, I want to say like $300 to $400.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and this was I'm going to say back in probably 2023, around that time, that this book was selling for so cheap.
I saw one in Fantastic Con Toledo back in the day. This was like 2012, 2013, maybe, I think. Is that what it is? I mean, it was like I had it on a wall, and the guy wanted, I think, 500 or 600 for it still at that time, and Z's like, that's way too high. You know, Z was on top of this book. So
Yeah.
All right.
Love this book. Love it. I'll always keep talking about it. All right, Contact Comics. Now, this is a book I really had never noticed before, but this is the LB Cole cover. 8.0 sold for $4,000. I don't know. It's not the greatest cover in the world to me. I don't know if it's because it's LB Cole. I don't know if it's because of the grade.
I mean, LB Cole stuff obviously hugely collectible, but but when I look at this, I don't think LB Cole at all.
I'm not the biggest LB. Like his war covers and stuff like this is just, it doesn't, like you say, it doesn't do it for me. It just, the median's not right for what he's doing, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, Cole has grown on me over the years, but I never was a huge fan. But I know, I know collectors love his stuff.
I don't know. The subject matter just ain't that great. Regardless of the grade, the subject matter isn't that good, and I just can't. I don't know. I'm not. I just don't understand the $4,000 sale on this.
Well, it's the highest grade of 3. That's why.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, if you got an 8.5, you're in the grand. I mean, I'm not saying you could do it, but I'm just saying. I don't know why you would do that, but some people might.
If you're playing on this cover, it's probably. All right. Okay. So let's get into a proper slideshow here. All right. So we have The Haunt of Fear, number 15, or the first issue of the series. So this is from 1950. This is a Johnny Craig cover. Witch got the witch. We have the look like the imprisoned person. 99 total on the census. 998s, 596s, a 92, and a 9.0 as far as universal grade goes.
And 998s. They kept that many file copies of this book, huh?
Mm-hmm. All right. A CBCS 3.0 sold for $1,989. So it makes you wonder how much a 9.8 of this will sell for.
I'll tell you. Want me to tell you?
Yeah.
It's got to be over 20 grand, 30 grand.
I was surprised. I was looking at a book a couple days ago, and I couldn't think of. I can't remember what it was, but it was like a high grade, and it only sold for like 10 grand. It was that was like 2014.
We have a little devil Igor going on here,
and this was 15, right?
Either number 1 or number 15 because it's considered the first issue of the series. So you could say number 1 or 15.
So 15, a Gaines file and copy 9.8, if it is number 15, sold in 2016 for $13,145. So if I go back, if it lets me, let's look if there's like a number 1, so I can just Fear. Number 1, Haunter Fear number 1. It says Arnold Book Company up top. Oh, no, that's it. So 15 is the answer. So, yeah, okay. It sold for 13 grand back in 2014.
Wow.
A lot of 9.8s back in the day, like 2014, 2015, sold for like 10 grand, 13 grand.
Mm-hmm.
It was astonishing to me.
A solid back cover. Okay. I don't know. To me, it looks kind of better than a 3. I mean, you got this going on, but
I wonder what's wrong with it.
Maybe because there were just so many 9.8s. I don't know. But this does look a little bit better. Even though this is a CBCS, but still. All right. What's next? Submariner Comics, number 20. Alex Schomburg cover. So this is from 1946. We have Giant. I have to think. This cover was meant for Nazis and not just like crooks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But either the Japanese or Nazis. But 61 total on the census. 1 universal 9.8, 2 universal 9.4s, 2 universal 9.2s, and 3 9.0s. All right, so let's take a look. A CGC 4.5 sold for $1,250.
No one cares about these books anymore. Once Submariner, once Namor dropped, no one cares. I hate to say it.
Even though it is Golden Age,
no one cares. Like unless you were there before the movie came out and people, that's when I saw the most Submariner books I've ever seen in my life drop at the same time. And like we're talking like big boy books too, not just like, regular covers. Yeah. If you didn't sell then, you were holding them. You're holding them. Not saying $1,200 isn't bad, but you are holding the bag. You missed. You talk about missing it. You missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'd think the Schomburg collectors would be coming in for this, but they're really not.
Nope. It's almost as bad. It's like a dead spec book, right? And I hate to say it in the Golden Age era, right? Just like, because again, how many people are coming to your booth asking for that, right?
Is the Submariner busting up a bootlegging ring?
Yes, he is.
He looks twisted on this. Look at those eyebrows.
So he went from fighting the man to fighting for the man.
Oh, you know, way.
Damn. So I have to imagine this. Okay, so if this were wartime, these would be either the Japanese or Nazis, and this rum would be like ammunition or like bombs or guns or some shit like that.
Maybe a submarine instead of a thing.
Yeah, a little speedboat.
Yeah,
a little Miami Vice speedboat. All right, this is a good cover.
Yeah,
Space Detectives #2 from 1951. A Wallace, don't you dare call him Wally, wood cover.
Just shooting this guy right in the face.
I almost thought that his little antler thing was like the bullet coming out of his skull. That
right?
Sick.
76 total on the census, with the highest being a 9.6. And let's see, a 6.0 sold for $840. I don't know. I'm not mad at this price.
Seems criminally low, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's hard. I mean, not saying sci-fi is hard. I just think it's, that's a tough sell if you're right. Would you? I mean, if that was up on a board, you just buy it immediately, right, for $840. If this was up on a wall.
Yeah, probably.
I left this book at a con. It was beat to shit. They were asking. I want to say they were asking $100 for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a 2.0 on a good day, I would say. And the guy was willing to. I probably could have talked him down to 75, maybe, but I don't know why. I love this cover. They've used it twice though.
Oh,
so it's on 2 books.
Okay. So this is the reprint cover.
I can't remember which one was which, to be honest with you. But they have used this cover twice.
So this is 1951.
Was it and just another issue of Space Detective? Hold on.
Space Detective 2. Rod Hathaway. This is some imagination here.
Yeah, they used it for Space Detective 1.
Really?
It came out in 1963.
Oh, no. Okay. So this is the original.
Yes, this was the original one.
All right, cool.
If you look at Space Detective #3.
Yeah, it's a crazy cover.
Yeah, I love 3 too. 3's he's blasting some dude in the dome too. There.
I mean, that's 4.0 price for that is not a bad deal. If you look at it at my comic shop, holy shit!
Oh crap! Yikes!
Look at that! Right between the eyes, man. He ain't messing around.
Rod Hathaway.
Does it look good? Does the scans look good? Did you look at it?
The condition.
No, not you. I meant the 4.0. I'm sorry. Doesn't look bad. I'm surprised he got a 4.
Rod Hathaway is saving the huzz. Look at her.
Hey, somebody's got to do it, man.
Mm-hmm. My man, look at my man here.
Is Rod Hathaway the original Captain Savaho?
It looked like, oh shit, look at this. It looked like it, don't it?
Mm-hmm. Hong Kong editions?
Ooh.
Yeah, I've seen this one. This is a great looking book.
Somebody tell Z about this.
I know, right? What do they want for it?
Let's see. 17.
Oh, I don't know if that's good or bad.
I know, right? Damn. I love the characters up top. I mean, it makes it feel crazier.
Yeah, right.
More chaotic. I love it. Love it. All right. What's next? What are we talking about next? Prize Comics #7 from 1940. So this is a Jack Kirby and Joe Simon cover and interior art. Okay, so 76 total on the census, with the highest being the 9.6. All right, take a look at this. This raw copy sold for $6,000. Can you believe that?
I mean, first appearance of Frankenstein is pretty cool.
Let's see.
I love the plants that adds to it.
There's more plant than fucking comic.
Yeah. Tough angle.
Hey man, if you have one of those, if that's your background, like how people put the pad with all the inches on it and stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of respect you as a seller.
At least put a ruler up next to it.
Yeah.
This thing is nice and thick. All right. I mean, I know I've never seen this book before, so.
I mean, you're probably never going to see this book. You mean not all, or just in general?
At all, ever.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, look at Frankenstein.
Yeah.
You see him?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I like this.
Wow. Wow, Frankenstein is looking nuts. I mean, you know what? This looks like this will press out real nice.
It probably will.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for that amount of money, you think you better have thought of something they're doing with it, right?
I'd like to see if the centerfold is fully attached. I mean, it looks like the cover's fully attached. So
it looks like it's pretty. The entire spine is pretty tight for the age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Here's the staples here, so this looks real good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. All right.
It worries me that it's raw, kind of, but
Okay, so if you take a look at what let's see what
with only a 45. Ouch.
I bet you they don't. Yeah, see, they don't even know to grade this. They're selling shit out of their basement. You know what I mean? They're selling
items just have laying around in your basement.
I know, right? You know what? They're probably just picking up shit that they get at rummage sales and all that kind of crap. So they don't know to grade this. So I think if you're up for paying $6,000, I guess it might be a good deal. I'm not mad at it. All right. Next up, Detective Comics number 66 from 1942. First appearance in Origin of Two-Face, Jerry Robinson and George Arausos cover. All right. I like this book a lot. 130 total on the census. Highest being the 9.2. I don't know why I thought there would be more on the census and more high grades in the 9s. But okay.
Man, why is Robin pulling a butt key? How the hell did he get up on the clock, man? Like, really, dude?
Two-Face. He's just that. Two-Face is just that strong. He just like lifted him up, threw him on the clock.
Like, now I gotta get my grappling gun. I gotta walk my ass over this thing because your ass climbed up on this clock, man. You couldn't have walked through a door. You could have done something else. Climbed through a window.
Who do you like least, Bucky or Golden Age Robin?
Golden Age Robin, because Bucky at least has a Tommy gun in some covers. At least he's packing heat.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
He has intent on something.
That's the right answer. All right. So this CGC 1.0 sold for $5,200. A 1.0. Let's see what's doing here. This looks good. I mean, not mad at it.
Yeah.
What year is this again? 1942.
I want a Grundy. That's in my pantheon of tech books.
Is it like a Grail book?
Yeah, the Grundy, the real Grundy book.
Yeah.
Like, I was gonna spend that, I'd buy that for sure.
Okay.
Back to the Future homage. That could be it. I like that too.
1.22 gigawatts. All right. Next up. Okay, now we're entering in the modern age. Okay. This is Astro Adventures number 7. So this is from Cryptic Publications in 1989. All right. So so the image on the left is the actual front cover, but on the back is a Bruce Timm art. Have you guys ever noticed this before? Seen this?
I haven't seen. He's got so many of these, and we did the show on Long Story Short covering a bunch of these, but I wasn't familiar with this one. This is cool.
Yeah, this one just popped up the other day. All right, and look at that. Raw copy sold for $240 just for a back cover.
Wow.
Just for cool back cover art.
Yeah, but this Timm stuff is super collectible. Super collectible.
It makes you wonder because the front cover to this kind of looks like shit. So why wouldn't you just go with the Bruce Timm art?
I would definitely make him flip it, and if I gotta get graded, I would definitely have him flip it.
Go figure. I know, right? All
yeah,
right.
and if I was the editor of this, I'd put the Bruce Timm on the cover, but who the hell knows, man? What was going on?
Just like with Caliber Presents number 1, you got the cool crow image. Just go with that instead of putting it on the back cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally nobody likes that front cover. Nobody. That's why it's not worth that much compared to crow number 1.
Definitely part of it.
All right, next up, Transformers Universe number 1.
I can't believe this sold.
From 2003.
Legit Super Ghost.
I've never seen one of these. I think I've seen maybe 3 sell, maybe. I don't even have a watch alert on it because I give up hope on this book.
Damn. Okay, so this features Unicron on the cover, the Monster Planet.
This better sell for like $7,000 or some stupid number. I'm just saying, I don't even know what it's going to sell for. If it sells for $200, I'm going to be pissed.
Okay, so this is from 3H Productions. So this is a James Reyes variant featuring Unicron. All right, so let's take a look at the census. 6.
I told you, dude.
On the census. All right, with only 2 9.8s.
Yep.
196. 194 and 2 92s. Wow, that is
Super Ghost, man. Super fucking Ghost.
Hell of a ghost. Like I'm like, where the fuck was I in 2003?
I was graduating high school, homie.
I was reading comics again. That's right when I started to get back into a little earlier than that, but
yes,
but this was given away at a con. Like you can't.
It's like that Spawn Washington University book, kind of like people just like no one cared. Probably threw half of them away. You know, like this piece of shit.
All right. Okay, let's take a look. A CGC 9.2 sold for $2,300.
That is not a bad price. I'd buy that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you would knock on that door.
So yeah, for sure. And then the other thing too is so are you buying that over the $5,000 Jubilee 99? Like
1,000%.
In a blink. It wouldn't even
yeah.
there would be no debate.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so let's look at the label too. Let's get a little let's see the numbers so I can do this too.
You see that?
Yeah, I guess. Okay. It is spine stress lines breaks color. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger thing is bottom of front cover right. It says crunch.
I see it. I see it.
Yep.
Right there.
So it's probably going to say a 9.2. Maybe if you're lucky, a 9.4.
I don't know. You don't think you can clean that crunch up?
It's color breaking a little bit.
And you can see the look at that along the spine there.
I mean, it's a tough book, but I mean, for me, like So this has like multiple like fandom, right? It's like, you know, Transformers, comic books, variants, rareness. You think there's a con and list $5,000 at a cool con or something? Or some, you know, some number that you could, you know, they're definitely somebody's gonna be interested in it. Yeah. You're gonna make money on it.
You'd be able to move this thing 100%.
Damn.
Would you risk cracking it?
No.
You leave it as is.
Yeah, because if you get a 9.0, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. Plus, you can't fix it. I mean, I know you could fix the crunch, but you're not going to get... It's not like it's going to jump from a 9.2 to a 9.4. It's so many ticks on the fucking thing.
Yeah. Okay. Damn.
Yep. It's just that rare.
You know what? It's so rare that it's like I kind of knew about it, but I just completely forgot.
Our favorite guy, our favorite guy, Ultra Maximus, talks about this book way back in the day, like back in like 2011 or something, because he's the biggest Transformers guy on the planet when it comes to these books. He's like, "Yep, that's the book." So that's a holy rare for like Transformers, you guys.
Okay, all right. Listen, I'd rather have toys, sealed toys, for $2,000, but
yeah. Well, and like somebody says, give it a Hood. Like Hood is a magician, but I just don't think he can do anything with that book. That's
that's
I wouldn't even risk it.
A book that black with that
and that rare and that it's just like I trust me, I'm a gambler just like everybody else. Trust me, but I'm just not. I'll take something else. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. All right. Next up, Die Hard Year One, Number 1. So this is the 1 in 25 variant. Yippee-ki-yay. So from 2009. Did anybody read Die Hard Year One?
No, I've never owned any copies of this book.
Okay, so I could have swore I could have swore I read it. It was so it took place so John McClane was a rookie in 1977 during the Summer of Sam and the blackouts and all that kind of shit. And also I think the World Series run. And it was like basically John McClane's origin story, of course. But yeah, this I never noticed this book until recently, though, oddly enough. And I mean, it's
I've never seen this book like live.
I think we covered this on Long Story Short once upon a time. I'm pretty sure we did.
I think it was on I think it was on Flipside too. But I know about this book because
we definitely covered this on one of the shows.
Yeah, because Z talks about this book, and it's cool back in the day. They're in the Flipside era, and it's like it's just you never see it from like it's never on a wall or something. You just never see it. It's always an internet sale.
I know I never see it.
I wanted to see. I'm gonna
add Bruce. I think I own all of her books, but hit me up. I can't picture it in my head right now, but it's been a long day, so I probably do. But just hit me up hit me with a DM. I'll take a look and let you know.
All right, let's take a look at the census. Two on the census. So a 9.8 and a 9.4. Wow, I didn't know. Wow, okay.
I'm gonna add one to your slides too after you get done. I don't know if it made it or not because I didn't see the slides.
Okay,
I got one for you. It went for like $4,000. So.
All right, so this CGC 9.4 sold for $300. Best offer from 5. You interested? You interested?
That seems reasonable to me.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it seems reasonable too. I think they're rare, and everybody's a diehard fan if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, I guess. So.
All right. Okay.
Now trying to explain that to a regular person who just watched the movies and not in the comics, that's a whole different.
So, because there's not any diehard merchandise that you can really own besides like maybe a copy on VHS or on DVD or something.
Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah. Oh, Bruce, I know the book you're talking about, the 1 in 100. Yeah, buddy, I've got that one. I've got a couple copies of it.
Yeah, they had a Lego Nakatomi Plaza, didn't they?
They what?
Didn't they have Nakatomi Plaza as a Lego?
I
thought they did. Maybe I'm wrong.
Not that I remember.
Well, maybe not.
But I don't know. To me, this is probably just one of those rare things that you can have that, you say, hey, I'm a huge diehard fan.
Oh yeah, they did, dude. Check this out. Yeah, they did. I knew they did.
No.
So when you bought the collectible set back in the day, you could not. It's not a Lego, but still, you could buy this. It was a collectible Plaza. It wasn't a Lego version. But if you bought some collectible Die Hard set,
okay,
you could have got the Plaza. So that's like one thing of merchandise, I guess.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. I'm not mad at this.
No? Okay.
I rock with this.
Okay. I mean, it's cool.
Very. All right, next up. So this is a book we talked about on Long Story Short just this Thursday, actually. So this is Uncanny X-Force number 35 from 2013. So this is a 1 in 50 Simone Bianchi variant. So this is the first appearance of Cluster, and this is Phantom X's sister. So picture a female version of Phantom X.
Yeah, and this was the final issue in this run.
Yep, also the final issue in the series. You know what? I should have looked up the print run just to get like an estimate of what this goes for. Okay, so
you want me to look it up?
Yeah, if you could.
Yeah, give me a second.
I forget what month this came out in, though.
I can find it. It's Force 35.
But this is easily one of my favorite variants. I remember searching for this book for like at least a couple of years or so before I actually was able to find a copy like that I could afford. You know what I mean? Because at the time, this book was selling for like around. So I remember being on Mercari and somebody wanting like $85 for a copy. I'm like, dude, I'm not spending that. But
you instantly regretted it.
You know what? Not really, because like maybe a few months later, there was an auction for this in a bunch of other like X-Force books, and I was able to get the set for like $40. So I'm like, all right, cool.
So about 47,000.
A 47,000. All right.
Which means that like back then, most stores were ordering 25 copies or less on average. The big ones obviously more, but they weren't reaching for it.
So roughly less, way less than 900. Way less.
Oh yeah, way less for sure.
Yeah. All right.
This is also in that era where ratio variants were tough to come by, the 2012 time period.
Yeah. All right. So 19 total on the census. With 1098 Universals, 3 signature series, 398 signature series, and I love this cover. Love it.
If you wouldn't have told me this was Simone Bianchi, I could have obviously said this is Delato. You got that Delato vibe to it.
They do have kind of a similar vibe.
I almost think like Mark Brooks too a little bit.
Mark Brooks. That's a good comparison too.
All right, drum roll. Okay, so we had a raw copy that sold for $120.
And this was after the show.
Yep, May 31st. So this sold on Saturday. And I'm not really seeing any other copies around. Or maybe that's just me. Or rather, maybe I just didn't notice any other copies. So they accepted a best offer from $199. But it was just funny to see that it sold.
Sell that quickly.
But it's but I freaking love this cover, so I'm not mad at it.
I mean, it's not terrible. I thought this would be like a really expensive book. Like, like back in the day, like $250 or $300 or something.
Hey man, they broke the rules. We tell them don't do it. When
And
we
then
feature a book,
they hit me up. Look what I grabbed. Look what I grabbed.
they can't help themselves. All right, next up, Elephant Men, number 32.
God, I just want one of these ratios from this series.
Dude, I always think, because I come across Elephant Men sporadically, right? It'll be like a run, like a broken up small run. And every time I just think, oh, maybe I'll find a Campbell. Maybe I remember I did find number 29, but that's because the cover was flipped to the regular. You know what I mean? But trying to find something like this, like the ratio variant.
I mean, this series had less than like 10,000 copies ordered, though. I mean, like that's why they're freaking virtually impossible.
If I'm going into E's, I'm always looking for Elephant Man.
100.
All the time.
Always. Elephant Men and Hack Slash.
Yep.
I'm always searching for it, and I never find. I never see them. Like every 15th store will have like Elephant Men or Hack Slash.
I kind of actually want to read the Elephant Men. I've never read it. I kind of want to read that series.
I'm kind of interested because it just sounds so wild. You know what I mean? All right. So J. Scott Campbell variant from 2011. So this is, to me, I think early 2010s is probably like him and Adam Hughes. This is like their sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Take a look at the census. 4 total.
Fucking 4. I mean, that's nuts.
3 9.8s and 1 signature series 9.6. All right. A raw copy sold for $325 after 3 bids.
Yeah, this is kind of where they go, like somewhere between like 350 and 500 for these ratios, typically. Like, I would like to pay like 200, 250 maybe. It's
okay.
Kind of like the most I'd want to pay to have one.
So if you saw it up on a wall for 250, you'd be on it.
I'd be negotiating. Come on, man.
All right. Next up, the Punisher, number 2, 1 in 50 Jerome Opeña variant. Now, when I was typing out Opeña, I wanted to put the little tilde over the N, but I couldn't find it. I didn't know how to do it on my keyboard.
Do a special character kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what I usually do if I need to find one, I put Spanish in or whatever in Google, and then they have like the text version. I just copy and paste it in there.
Damn it!
You're stealing fonts, just ripping off fonts left and
hey. So I had 2 of these. I had 2 9/8s. I had them. They were graded. I got them at Big Ben's comic store in Detroit. I gave one to Paul for like $100. I think I got them for like $100 a piece. I think back in the day.
Yeah. I remember Sleepy telling me he found one in at a store we go to in Pittsburgh. And I'm usually there like probably once every few months back then. So damn, but this was a book that's been on my want list for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, this is a great one. Mel loves this book too.
Always love this. Okay, 133 total on the census. Wow, 100 Universal 9/8s and 8 Signature Series 9/8s. All right. Let's see. We have a raw copy that sold for $255 after 45 bids.
That's respectable. This book is tough, but it's not like you said. The census had over 100 on there. I mean, think about that Campbell for the Elephant Men. Had 4.
Yep.
Like I'd spend the extra $100 and go grab the Campbell. No, and then that's I'm not knocking this book, but like for the price point, I'd probably reach and go grab that.
Seems similar to the Avengers graffiti cover. All right. And that's it. Okay, so what did you have?
Oh, come on, boys. You know I'm coming with a heater, bro. Here, let me hold on a second. Here, pull this up. Pull it up. Pull it up, young Jamie. There's somebody chatted recently. I don't know. I'm bringing a heater, boys. I've been looking for this book for a long time.
Oh yeah. This baby just sold. Yeah,
I'll share my screen here.
Damn it! I remember seeing it.
Man, you screwed me. You didn't say anything. Yeah, I got you. 1 second.
It sold for some real money.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Hit
my screen at the bottom, homie. Oh, sorry. Dang it. I messed up. Oh, I can't do it like Google. There you go. Thank you. Okay. So Twisted Metal 2 giveaway. It was like tips and tricks, or like you had to beat the game, or it was like a giveaway, right? So the hardest 9.6 to get, or this book to find in general. Obviously, it doesn't help with Twisted Metal, the TV series coming out. I saw one of these. I've seen one of these at a con in my lifetime. One guy wanted like $200 for it back in the day, $200, and I'm like, I was thinking like, how do I flip it? You know, nobody's gonna care about this book. Nobody's gonna, yada yada yada. Do I regret it? Yes. But yeah, man. So Phil Hester, art, Duncan Regretto, and this one's signed. It's a 9.6, so it's sold for 7 bidders. I think it started at like $2 or $3 grand, so it wasn't, I think it started like $2 or $3 grand. Yeah. So it's 7 bids, or I'll tell you what it started at. It started at $18.96.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
that's a crazy tough book.
Yeah, $38.50. So one of the coolest, first comic book appearance and origin of Calypso. So
okay, so it's
based
just
off the game.
So it's just authenticated, no like witness or anything like that?
No, just authenticated. AJSA'd it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and then looks like he signed the bottom there. Obviously, it's kind of hard to see in there. Yeah, man. I wish it wasn't so like. Why would you take those kind of photos? But
these pictures are awful, and it's still sold for that much.
No, I guess he got it zoomed in on it. Okay, but still. But yeah, man, this is the one I was looking at, and when it started at $2 grand, I'm like, I'm out. But definitely on the watch list. Definitely hard to find. Definitely. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. Let's see what else this guy has. If he has that rare book, what else did he get? Nothing. What else did he sell? I feel dirty looking at people's sold stuff. Like I'm hoeing these guys out or something. Look at that little Spawn Alley.
Spawn Crime Alley.
Yeah. Spawn stuff, Star Wars stuff. This guy's like, okay. I can't believe he got $14 for that. Oh, it's signed.
Yeah, it looks like he has quite a bit of signed stuff. Yeah. Selling Star Wars comics and basketball cards.
Okay. I see you out there.
So we're seeing this guy's MO.
Oh, god damn it. It's by me.
He got it right up under your nose. That's the one that you passed up for $400.
It probably was. No, I saw that I think Baltimore. I think Baltimore. Baltimore or Charlotte, I think.
Damn.
I think Baltimore, though. Big Baltimore. Yeah, man. So, yeah.
Right on. All right. Any final thoughts?
Just depressed as usual from the Unicron variant selling, but no, it's cool. I showed my pickup on Flipside, so I'm good. I don't have any other pickups. I seriously, I am 3 months away or a little bit more, I guess, and I need to start pricing books.
Oh, man.
I am overwhelmed.
I believe that.
I just need to like use my eBay phone app and just click. You know, most of this stuff's all $1 books, but the rest of it is just gonna be like, you know, clicking on books and so, it just sucks.
All right, everybody.
Right.
Well, I guess that is another show in the history books. Thank you so much to Heroes Reborn Comics. Oh, he sent me a. Let's see. So this is what he found.
Oh, cool.
So I believe this is the first. Let's see. First Wile E. Coyote and first Roadrunner.
Damn. All right.
It's sad they're not on the comic.
I know, right? Damn it.
Dude, they're not famous enough yet. They got to earn their stripes before you get on.
Well, I know that, but
I know. But looks good. Congratulations. And we are done, everybody. And okay, so Tuesday there will be no show, no Tuesday flip side, but we will have a brand new Nearing Nirvana long story short.
We will.
Thursday night,
Hey.
everybody.
Hey, you see what happened to that dude?
What happened?
R-Truth?
No.
He got released today.
No, he didn't.
I'm flying, dog. My feet are on the ground, homie.
No, he didn't.
Him and Carlito.
What?
Yeah.
Ah, damn. See, now you're gonna have to make me go online and look this shit. Stop it.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the chat.
No.
After he got the best merchandising shirt, Ryan Sena, most merchandise shirt, they let his ass. Well, I guess they didn't release him theoretically, but he's not renewing his contract, or they're not renewing his contract. And same with Carlito.
Carlito, he was a good hype man for Judgment Day.
So I think what they're trying to do is, they're releasing the comedy. I think they're releasing the comedy because they're trying to bring Netflix comedians who do like specials on.
Them dudes are not funny. They are not funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, okay. Ben, go to sleep. Get you some sleep. I'm gonna get me some sleep because I'm all gonna
sleep.
I know. And everybody, thank you so much for watching. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us tonight. Thank you again, Heroes Reborn. Thank you so much for the super chat. And we will circle back with an all new Hot Book Alert live on next Sunday. And we will see you later. Good night.